Today we're going to be doing a full face of products that I used to love, that I used to wear all the time, that I've forgotten about, that no longer get airtime on my channel. Maybe I've moved on to better things, maybe I've just forgotten about certain things. I always try new products, so it is easy for things to kind of slide under the rug like that. Seeing as I posted a throwback video with soap, I thought we would keep the nostalgia train chewing. Choo and talk about some old products, see if I can re-love a few things. And also alongside Project 10 Pan, it means I am diving into my collection more and playing with products that I don't use as much. So I thought it would be a good way to showcase a few things that I think may need some love again, but I may hate some of these things, we don't know. So let's get into it. This video was inspired by my empties video because I found a few empties in there that I used to love and wanted to bring back. So the first product is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I used to love this primer. Oh my god, way too much, way too much. I just took way too much. I love how this smells. I used to love this primer, so I'm hoping for the best. Let's see. I'm going for a radiant and dewy primer because the foundation I'm gonna use is pretty matte. I forgot to do my brows. Damn it. That feels so hydrating and I hope you can see that glow. Oh yeah. Oh, a little notification, hello. Oh, that feels so nice. And just like I remember, it's given me a really lovely glow. On my eyebrows, I'm gonna go back to soap. I've not used soap on my brows since I discovered my Beauty Crop BFF brow wax. And that's only because the brow wax is so much quicker and easier because you don't have to like wet your spoolie and make the concoction. I used soap for a really long time. So let's see if it is as good as I remember. Gonna run it through. I feel like I prefer this. I love using my BFF brow wax and it is my favorite and it's so quick, but I love how matte this is and how this sticks. Soap brows are no joke. Love that. I might start using soap again. As my foundation, I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation and I don't even know if they still sell this. Part of me feels like it's been discontinued, but let me know if I'm wrong. This is a waterproof longwear liquid foundation. It is the fullest coverage foundation I own, and I never wear this anymore. It's just not my style these days. I'm more of a skin tint girl. I want to see whether I can make this work for me. I'm gonna mix it with an oil. I used to use this all the time and mix it with my foundations. The Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. I literally put like 3 dots and mix it in with my foundation, and it makes it more dewy, lightweight, and blendable. So I'm gonna try it. Oh my god, this is gonna explode. This also may come out a little bit pale on me, but I remember this foundation really oxidizes, so I'm gonna play it on the safe side. Okay, I've used 1 pump. I'm now gonna take the Kiehl's and I'm gonna do 1 drop on each cheek. That's it. And seeing as we're using throwbacks, let's go with the Real Techniques buffing brush. And let's buff. See, using this oil just makes it move so smoothly. I'm just gonna pounce over it with a sponge. Even with the oil, it's so dry on me. Honestly, this feels so heavy. Can you see under my eyes? It's only going weird around my eyes. How odd. And you can see that it's oxidizing. It's wild. It's absolutely wild to me. It looked too fair when it went on and now it's almost too dark. So far, not loving it, I'm not gonna lie. But maybe with everything else, we'll bring it round. A concealer that I used to really like is the KVD Lock-It Concealer. This is the shade M27 Warm. So I'm going to conceal any breakouts. I don't need a huge amount of concealer with this foundation for a start, but also my skin's quite happy at the moment. And then under the eyes, I'm gonna use the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. Funny, even like saying that, like the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer makes me feel so nostalgic. They've obviously repackaged it, but I think the formula is the same. That just went on really nicely actually. I'm using the shade Biscuit, so they've also extended the shade range, which is great. I hope I like this as much as I used to because it's a great affordable option for you guys. Oh, okay, I forgot the Lock-It concealer. It dries really quick. Oh god, everything is so matte. I just remember I used to get really self-conscious about the idea of being shiny, and now I like put oil all over my face. I love the shine. I used to just love a matte finish. It's so far removed from my preferences now. To help try and brighten, I'm gonna use the Revlon Skin Lights Face Glow Illuminator, which is like the closest thing to like the e.l.f. product that I use now. But I'm gonna take it on my sponge and I'm gonna apply it onto the tops of my cheeks and anywhere that I would usually put my e.l.f. to try and bring some glow to my skin. I used to love this product, but I would wear it all over my face as a primer. That has helped a huge amount. I am gonna spritz my face now. I'm just gonna use my current setting spray because I don't have any old ones, just to try and bring some life to this base. I need a cream bronzer. I wasn't gonna use a cream one, but I think it might be needed. One sec. I found a throwback, the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I used to love this. Yeah, oh, I used a lot of this. Let's bring some shape back. It's a really nice color. It's not too warm. It's kind of like Hoola, which I contour with. I think using that setting spray will help it blend, because I think without it, this would just pull up that foundation, because that foundation is set. And I cannot tell you how much of a difference that Skin Lights has made. Look at the, oh, so much better. It's interesting seeing old products using new techniques. The way I do my makeup is slightly different than when I used to use these products. So I'm interested to see if it makes me like them more than I used to, or what. I love that contour stick. I'm gonna start using that again. What a gorgeous color, and it's so blendable. I remember why I used to like that. I don't know what's going on with my under eyes, but they're creasing and breaking up. It's the foundation, 100%. That's gonna have to do because I need to set my under eyes, and I'm using the Fenty powder in the shade Butter, the Pro Filter. I used to really like this. Oh yeah, that smells nostalgic. Under my eyes is a cakey mess. I'm also not setting my whole face. Like I said, this is a matte foundation. I don't need powder all over. I just set the like important bits. Don't get me wrong, it looks fine. It's just under the eye. I'm only gonna say it once because I know it does your head in, but the lighting today is so horrific. I'm really sorry. It's doing my head in. It's so dark. It's so miserable outside, so I'm sorry for the lighting being gloomy. It's gloomy. That's the only, and I have 5 lights on me right now. Doing my head in. Okay, next. Let's do some brows. I'm gonna use the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is a brand new one. I just dug it out of my collection. This used to be one of my favorites, and I've actually just finished up my Refi, so I do need to bring a pencil for those speedy days back into my collection. I think this is the only one I have, so I hope I like it as much as I remember. This is the shade 3. A nice soft color, nice easy light brow. I like that. And you saw my video with Soph that it looked like I drew my eyebrows crazy dark close to each other, but the lighter shade, it looks so much softer when you use a pencil than a pen. Obviously the shade is lighter, so it looks less intense. But my eyebrows are just as close together as they were in that video, but it just looks so much softer. Let's do some eyeshadow. I'm gonna prime my eyelid using the KVD concealer. Fingers crossed this doesn't go weird. It's also a good way to neaten up those brows if you need to. I don't really do neat brows. I like my brows to look a bit messy, but I know that's not to everyone's taste. This is one of my oldest products and one of my most loved back in the day. It's the MAC Pigment in Blue Brown. We're gonna go grungy today because I think it's the only way if we're doing a throwback Emma look. This color is so cool. It's a duochrome. So when you put it on lightly, it looks like this amazing red toned brown, but then the more you build it up, it turns blue. It's got like a blue reflect in it, and I loved this. I used to wear this all the time. So I'm going to use this as my base color actually, and just really buff it in. I'm going in incredibly lightly. I'm kind of buffing it into the concealer, which is still wet, almost making it the base. But because pigments are versatile, I used to do this quite a lot, like buffing pigments into your concealer. You only need to use a tiny little bit, and then it like works like an eyeshadow base. Maybe try it. Now that the base is on, let's go for such a throwback. The Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Oh boy. Boy oh boy, did I used to love this. I think I'm gonna go for like a red ochre vibe today. I'm gonna take Real Gar, and I'm gonna start building this through my crease. we're going smoky today. And now it's time for red ochre. This is taking me back. Really build that up. Let's take Cypress Umber. Oh, wow, that is pigmented. We're gonna take Cypress Umber on the outer and the inner lid. I used to love this color, Primavera. Let's pop you in the lid, Primavera. This is such like an old school me look. I used to wear makeup like this every night out, all the time. It's feeling quite 2016, but apparently 2016 makeup's making a comeback. I'm gonna smoke Real Gum Red Ochre together under the eye. Let's just go for it. I love a smoky lower lash line. And then let's highlight with Vermeer. Dead battery. Needed a monster. My batteries are running low too. I also just found, speaking of dead, the wasp from the video with me and Soph down there on the floor. It is actually dead now. Okay, let's bronze. Favorite NARS Casino. I mean, as you can see, it's on its last leg. I think this should be in my 10 pan as one of my next empties if I finish my hula. Oh God, it's very dark. I used this up. I must have loved it. So much, in fact, I think I have another one. I think I bought a backup. Blimey. I'm feeling very like chiseled. I don't know, very contoured. That contour is very dark. I don't know how I feel about that one, but I used to love it. Time for some blush. I'm gonna use Warm Soul, which I used to use all the time. I am a little bit scared though. I think I'm gonna need a bit more color than this because I am looking, I don't know, I look quite flat. I felt like Warm Soul would be nice with this eye look. It's obviously very different to what I wear these days. I'm much more of like a bright blush girl, but just to warm up my skin, like that's pretty. It's just like a nice natural flush of color. Another spritz before we highlight. That went straight in my eye. Laura Geller Gilded Honey. Who remembers this? What a throwback. Let's take her for a spin. I used to okay, it's very, oh God, intense and shimmering. My highlighters, I like to look wet these days. I don't really do like shimmery highlighters anymore. Like this is pretty for like a night out. I guess this makeup is more of a night out look for me these days, but like that's nice. It just, they bring out my texture. I like a cream highlight now. Powder highlights do tend to kind of bring the texture out in my skin, but that is nice. Like that is pretty. It's time to use one of the products that inspired me to make this video. The Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit was my favorite for such a long time. I was obsessed with this mascara and then I stopped using it and I haven't used it in about 2 years. I'm very interested to see how I feel about it now. The wand is very different to all of the mascaras I currently use and I just remember loving this, but I don't remember why. So let's go. I am extremely interested. Will I fall back in love with this mascara? I hope so, because I have about 5 tubes of it in my drawer that I've just not opened, so I'd love to use them. So straight off the bat, it is lengthening and it's much more like separating than the mascaras I currently love. The ones that I love now, you put them on and it's like a massive clump of mascara that you then work through the lashes. This doesn't deposit as much product, but it is lengthening. It's not as volumizing, I think, is what's different. It looks nice. It's actually more natural than the mascaras I tend to go for now. Because I don't wear eyeshadow, I tend to just do like a liner and then like a really big mascara session. And I also only ever tend to wear 1 coat of mascara, but this I think is a 2-coater. My lashes on this eye are acting all funky. Let's go in with a second coat. Oh wow, yeah, that second coat has really made a difference. Oh my God. Wow, I think I remember why I like this mascara. My lashes look so nice. I'm gonna start using this again. I miss that. I'm just gonna take a little bit of powder because I have drenched myself in setting spray and I'm just going to set my T-zone once more. This is not gonna go anywhere, let me tell you. Honestly, I feel like I've stepped into a time machine. My makeup is throwing me all the way back. Obviously the products are, I just look like younger me, but a little bit older. Finally, for lips, this was my favorite lip liner for ages. This is Hot Gossip from Charlotte Tilbury. This is needs to sharpen. I actually thought that I had lost this and I found it when I was looking for products for this video. It's the perfect like rosy nude, mid-tone nude. I didn't know whether I wanted to go for a nude, so this is Sexy Mother Pucker of Love and Beige, is it? Love and Beige, haha, which is more of like a nude. A product that I used to love, and I never ever wear. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I am gonna go for Pillow Talk. I never wear this colour. Such like a gorgeous formula of lipstick. They're so buttery and pillowy, hence the name Pillow Talk, but I don't know, they just add such like a gorgeous finish to your lip. I do feel like I want a little bit more nude, so I'm gonna take a little bit of Love and a Beige right in the middle. Okay, you crazy kids, this is the finished look using products that I used to love, that I've forgotten about, that no longer are in my day-to-day circulation of products. And let's do a little rundown. So my favorite picks from this that I think I'm gonna start using again, the Bad Gal Bang Mascara. I love the way my lashes look. They're holding the curl really well. They don't look heavy, but they are long and they are volumized. I remember why I love this mascara so much. I will be using this. This is going back in my makeup bag. The Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. I loved this and I never use it anymore, and I'm so glad I used it today, and I'm definitely going to start doing this again with some of my more full coverage foundations. I want to try it with the HMB. I think that might work really well. Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. Oh my god. I forgot how amazing this is. I loved how blendable it was. I love the color of it. I am 100% gonna start using this again. I love the stick format for bronzers. It's so easy to travel with. So I think this summer I will definitely be using this more. The Revlon Skin Lights. I don't know if this is still available, but I loved this. It really helped to bring back the glow to my skin with a very matte foundation. And the Becca, I'm gonna see whether that's what made my foundation go weird. I'm gonna continue to play with this again, but I remember loving this. So I think it was down to, where is it? Where is the bastard? The Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I think that this is just not for me at all anymore. I really don't see myself using this. Like, my skin looks fine. It looks full coverage, but it just looks heavy. And I don't need this much coverage anymore. Like, I don't need this kind of like concrete set in place, not going anywhere, lasting through like a night in the club. Like, I don't need that anymore. It's just not for me, so I don't think I'll be using this really at all. Pillow Talk, the lip combo is pretty. I like it. I'm gonna experiment more with the Casino Bronzer. I think I went a bit heavy-handed. I forgot how dark it was. I think I might get back into the soap brow life. Those eyeshadows, I'm definitely gonna start trying to use them more. I think in general my makeup turned out fine. I love these colors with my hair. I think it matches really nicely. I think subconsciously, because I was using the products from this time, I've done my makeup how I used to wear it, which is just more makeup for me than I tend to wear these days again, but I like it. I really have pulled it back a lot in general, especially on the eyes, but I like it. Let me know if any of these products are still on your roster, if you still use and love any of these products. I would really be interested to know. Have you been following me since motorbike? Have you been following me since this was my everyday makeup? Have you been following me? Do you recognize some of these products? Is this a throwback for you? Let me know. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.